Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be looking at photo manipulation. So I'll be using PicsArt for this. So already I've opened my PicsArt, so I'll just go ahead and tap on this purple icon. As you can see, it will show photos. I'll just come here. Okay, already I have this photo that I already removed the background using PicsArt. So I'll just go to um, my downloads. There is a background I downloaded and I want to use it for my editing, for my photoshopping. So I'll just come to downloads. Okay, it's not here. Hold on. Okay, here is the background. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, try and enhance this background first. Now, one thing about photoshopping is that before you think of photoshopping, you must have a concept in your mind. I took this picture of mine. I sat on a chair. I used a cup. I snapped, and now I'm going to use this background for my manipulation. So you need to be very, very creative when it comes to this area. You have to be extra creative so you can achieve a very good result. So now what I'm going to do is I'll come to my tools, come to adjust, then I'll bring down the brightness level. I think that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is that I'll come to add photos. As I said before, I already removed my background, so I'll just tap on it. So now I don't want it to face this side. I'm actually going to do this. I'll bring this to this side. Now you can see very well. Then I'll enlarge it by dragging this icon here. Now you can see if I should place it here, it doesn't make sense because I want to keep something else there. So I'll have to adjust it to where it can fit in. Plus the fact that there is a space here under my laps, so I need it to fit into this chair. Now before I did this, I had this background in my mind. That was why I sat on a chair to bring out this particular concept. So you can see I've placed it here and it is very okay. Now what I'm going to do is that let me just check whether it's okay. Okay, that's okay. I'll click on this icon. Then what I'm going to do next is to come to add photo. Again, I'll come to my add photo. I'll come to background. Now I want to add shadow to that my slippers. You can see that it looks like I just fixed it there. So I want to add this shadow under this place here. I want to add it under this my shoe. So what I'm going to do is I'll just bring this black to this place. Now how am I going to achieve this? I'll just come to blend, tap on multiply, darken, overlay. I'm just looking for the one that fits in. Okay, this is overlay. I'll use overlay. Now what I'm going to do is that I'll come to this eraser. I believe you all are familiar with that. I normally show you guys, okay, this is it, eraser. So now what I'm going to do is that I'll come to size and decrease it so it won't end up brushing where I don't want it to brush. I increase the hardness. Then I'll go ahead and brush but that's too thick, so I'll decrease the hardness again. This is okay. Just go ahead and brush all over it. What I'm doing now is that I'm erasing this shadow, so I'm going to remain the little that I want and where I want it to be. So I'll just do it slowly, slowly, slowly until I get what I want. Now this is coming out very well. All I have to do is to keep on doing it gently. Keep on doing it gently until I get what I want. So all this side I don't want it, so I'll just increase the brush size and go ahead and erase all of them. Now you can see the magic, right? That's the magic when it comes to editing. So this shadow is somehow too big, so I'll still have to decrease it again by brushing it a little. So this is okay for me. This is very okay for me. So I'll just tap on that icon. Now I'll come to normal. You can see the shadow. So now I don't want to use normal. What I'm going to do is I'll choose this same overlay. Now what I'm going to do is that I'll come to opacity. I want it to blend with this wood on the floor, so I'll just remove it a bit. You can see how it is. It has blended with the wood on the floor. So now it is not really showing that there is shadow under there. There is something missing. So now I'll just come to shadow. I'll increase it and also increase the blurriness. Now you can see how it is. So that one is okay. So I'll come back to opacity and bring it out a little. So I think that's very okay. That's okay. So instead of me going to stickers to add sticker, I'll just come to this plus icon here. I'll tap on sticker. So now I want to use a book. I want to place a book on that same cushion that I'm sitting. So I'll just search for book. I think I'll use this one. So now what I'm going to do is that I'll try and make sure that this fits in to this chair. So I'm going to decrease the size, bring it down. I don't want it to touch the table. There's two rather. So I think this is okay. So now what I'm going to do is that I need shadow. So the first thing that I'll do is to come to shadow. You can see it has already given me the shadow. So now what I'm going to do is that I'll choose the opacity of my shadow. So I'll just bring it down a little. I don't want it to be too much because by the time I'm done editing this picture, the shadows will come out clearly. Now I want to adjust it to the position in which I want it to be. So this is horizontal. It brings it to this way or this way. We all know the meaning of horizontal. So I want it to come out a bit, but not too much. Then I'll bring it in a little. So that's very okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'll come to adjust, decrease the brightness. Now it brings out the normal color and makes it suit where it is. I'll increase the saturation a little. Bring out the temperature. So that's okay. I'll just tap on this icon. Then I'll come to add photo. There is another thing I want to add to this picture. So I'll come to add photo. Now I need a book. A saucer and sun shades. So I think I've picked all I need. I'll just tap on add. First of all, I'll be adding my saucer. The reason why I'm adding the saucer is that I have a cup here, so I need a saucer. So I'll decrease the size. I'll just make sure there is a space for me to place the other one. Okay, the size is okay. So I'll go ahead and come to saturation and decrease the brightness, increase the saturation of the plate a bit. I know you think it is white and there's nothing there to increase in saturation, but believe me, when you're done editing this picture, you understand why I'm doing all these things. So I'll come to temperature and increase it a bit. So this is okay. Now I'll come to my sunshade. Okay, I'll tap on this icon first and come to this second one. I'll drag it down. Now it is well placed here. So what I'm going to do now is that I'll bring out shadow in this picture. I need shadow because without a shadow it will just be like that, normal, as if it's a kind of a toy. So I need shadow. I'll just come to shadow, tap on opacity, decrease it a bit, increase blurriness. Now I think the position has to be shifted a bit, so I'll shift it downwards, come to horizontal and shift it in a bit. So that's okay. I'll come to saturation as I said before. I'll decrease the brightness a bit, very small. Increase the saturation of the sunshades, decrease the highlights a bit, increase the temperature. Now I'll tap here and come to this book. Okay, I think since I already have a book here, there is no need for me to add another book. So we'll just discard this. By discarding it, we'll have to tap on here, on this place rather. And you can see how it looks now. So I'm done with this particular set. So guys, please watch out for part 2 of this video. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for watching. See you.